So corn, it was shown, and I've experienced things on psychedelics that shows that at its root, corn adult videos is demonic. There is an entity behind this plan to sap men of their energy, to sap men of their power, because your seed is what gives you your godly energy, your divine masculine energy. And there's a reason why these videos are free. It's free because they want you addicted to this stuff. And the science shows that these things are more addictive than hard drugs. And it's so hard to get off of this stuff. I remember I was on a psychedelic trip and I was asking, like, I just felt something inside of me, after using, I went into a hole with these videos a couple years ago, and I felt something inside of me, like it just felt like something was in me that wasn't me. And this thing that came out of me, it was kind of like an exorcism. And I got to see and feel what this thing was and how this entity feeds off your energy. It's like a succubus, right? And it's how this thing stays alive. This thing feeds off on a spiritual level your seed, your godly energy. And there's a reason why these things exist. If you want to get more into more of a in-depth explanation around some of the conspiracy around it, is that your seed holds your masculine energy. So the more you retain, the more you feel grounded, the more clear you get. And masculinity is all about structure. It's all about groundedness. It's all about being the rock, being the mountain, having vision, having a plan, right? And when you sap the world of that masculine energy, men become very feminine. And when you lack masculinity in the world, healthy masculinity, it's easy to control the masses. It's easy to control a man who is not in his masculinity, because a true masculinity cannot be manipulated. A true masculinity cannot be controlled. Masculinity at its root is connected with God. Masculinity has such a direct, especially with your seed is directly tied to your spiritual energy, to your spiritual connection to God. And when you cut that cord, when you cut off that supply from God, you're lost. And that's the reason why a lot of people think and feel that we're in an age of like very weak men, right? A lot of men that are very lost. And yeah, there's a deeper play behind the spiritual realms and the energetic realms that a lot of people just don't understand. So, and there's a reason why, right? When you want to get away from the spiritual aspect and go more into the psychological aspect, right? And they're both tied into it, just on different flavors of understanding what that energy is, right? The demonic energy on the spiritual level, coming down to psychology, it's the same thing. Science shows and it proves that when you're using this stuff, depression goes up, anxiety goes up, lack of motivation, this dullness, just kind of just being in your room, not wanting to do anything, right? And that right there is what I like to think of as like that's what the devil wants, right? Right? It's like this spirit, or if you want to call it evil, wants you depleted. It wants you depressed. It wants you full of anxiety. It wants you to not go after the things that you want. It wants you to cut the cord with your connection to God. So that's just a little insight from me and my experience over this past. I've been on this journey for 7, 8 years, but in the past 5 years, I've been working with psychedelics intensely with my own healing journey, and these are some of the realizations that I've come up with